What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. FantasyTeamAdvisors.com, bringing home the bacon NBA DFS video. Finally, we are here. It is Thursday. It is January 30th. We are on a Thursday. We have a 5-game slate, so a little bit less than what we had yesterday. But if you've never been to the channel before, you are in for a treat. So anytime we have at least 5 games on the slate, we give you 3 top, 3 mid, and 3 value picks at each position. These are early picks through simulations that we've ran. So we've already ran 10,000 simulations, and I wanted to bring that information to you guys. On top of that, every single video, we have a chance to have 2 giveaways, and here's how to win. Like this video, be a YouTube subscriber to this channel, and you have to leave a comment for the comment picker to pick you up. If you get all that, and we get at least 50 likes on this video, you will have a chance to win a free week of FTA+. That is a week of all sports, so not just NBA. If this video gets 100 likes, you'll have a chance at a free month, 150 likes, a free year, 200 or more likes on this video, you will have a chance at a $500 lifetime pass. We have not given away a lifetime pass, I think it's since MLB season. So, let's see if we can do that here. On top of that, you know what we're going to do? If we get 100 likes on this video, I will give away a lifetime pass. So, we can get it. I know we can. But looking at this, we're going to have some fun with this. These are early simulations. We have a ton of people that have questionable tags are already ruled out. So we'll go through that. Normally, we try to build a lineup on DraftKings, FanDuel, and Yahoo. But lately, the lineups have not been to my liking just because there's been so many different players that have been questionable. And then the lineups are completely different than what they've had to been. So we're going to suspend that for a little bit. Maybe bring that back after the All-Star break. So we're just going to give you some projections here. Want to see if you guys like the video this way. Again, if you have any lineup questions, you can always hit us up in our Discord down below. It's completely free. So since we're going away with the lineups right now, if you do have questions, go there and ask us, and we'll try to answer them as quickly as possible. The second way to win as a giveaway, somewhere in this video I'll say a keyword or a key phrase. Be on the lookout for it. And type it in. If you hear it, just type it in, and you will have a second chance to win a free week of FTA+. So looking at that, and just kind of looking at the NBA odds. So we're looking at the betting odds, whether or not you bet, whether or not you play DFS. We've got it there. But if we're looking at the teams, this goes in order of the over-under. So obviously the highest over-under, those are the games you want to focus on the most. And then on top of that, you want to focus on pace of play. And we have a ton of things under the NBA tab, so check that out. So Grizzlies Cavs have a 238.5 over-under with, or Grizzlies Rockets have the highest over-under, 238.5, with the Cavaliers game. We have a 237.5 over under. We've got the Wizards at the Lakers, 224.5. Jazz at the Timberwolves, 224.5. Now again, these are early. It is 5. It's almost 6 a.m. So check the over under. Check the spreads. They will change a little bit. Lakers Wizards. Lakers being a 7.5 point favorite. You want to take exposure to that. Again, like I said yesterday, AD, he's off my list. I'll use a little bit of LeBron. I will not use AD ever again. Magic Trailblazers, 212.5 over-under. So any questions, comments, concerns, you can definitely check out how the odds change throughout the day. So without further ado, we're going to jump right into it. We're going to look at DraftKings. We're going to look at the questionable tags like Trae Young. He's questionable, but he's probable. Played 2 days ago. Played 34 minutes, even with a hamstring. Put up 35.25. While those numbers aren't good, what you're looking for, basically strategy-wise, at least DraftKings, minimum you want to look at 6.5 to 7 times value. So what I mean by that is, for instance, with Trae being a $9,800 play, just looking at what that means, 7 times value, just 7 times value. He would need at least 68.6 fantasy points. Now, he has not hit 60 since 114, where he was 10,000. It's been a minute. they've got a great matchup, pace of play, everything, but you need that. Basically, every single one in your lineup needs to hit 7-ish times value to even sniff cashing, it feels like. So use that kind of thought process moving forward when trying to build and target out some of your plays. But Trae Young, and we've only got him projected at 46 fantasy points right now, so I'm probably fading him. Donovan Mitchell against Atlanta, flip side of that, 27th DVP, 43 to 46 fantasy points. Ja Morant against Houston, 21st DVP, 42 to 44 fantasy points. Now, we'll go down and we'll look at some mid-tier picks. Just kind of looking. Colin Sexton against Minnesota, 30 to 34 fantasy points. Scoot Henderson, 25 to 28. Isaiah Collier, around 24 to 28 as well. And then if we're looking at some value that pop up, Ty Jerome against Atlanta, 27 DVP, 29 to 32 fantasy point range. He is 4,400. You got Mike Conley going up against Utah, 28 DVP, 24 to 26. And then Craig Porter Jr., 3K against Atlanta. I don't know if he'll play. This is one I'm kind of looking at. I think it's Craig Porter. Yeah, Craig Porter Jr. The minutes are weird. He got recalled. Since then, he's been playing. The minutes have all been 7 minutes or less. But then last game yesterday, so it's a back-to-back, 21 minutes, 21 fantasy points. 1.1 fantasy points per game is amazing. We'll kind of see if he plays. That's the kind of news that I would say. He's 3K. He's very cheap. But let's see if he plays. But I've got him projected about 16 to 20 fantasy points. We'll move on to the shooting guard here. Anthony Edwards got about 46 to 50 fantasy point range. He's 9,500, so it's kind of expensive, but 28 DVP, so a great matchup there. You've got Desmond Bane against Houston, 11th DVP, 37 to 40 fantasy point range. Dyson Daniels, if somehow Trae missed, I would like Dyson a little bit more. But we're about 36 to 38 fantasy points out of him right now. Mid-tier here for not a ton of mid-tier picks. Again, there's only 5 games, so it's not a huge player slate like we're used to. Javonte Green against Memphis, 24th DVP, 35 fantasy points. Anthony Simons against Orlando, 33 to 35. You do have Jalen Suggs. He is questionable against Portland, 27 to 30 fantasy points. Suggs has the 4th worst DVP of all the games. He is questionable. He played the 25th. But then, so he's, I don't know if you want to say injury prone. The 2 games he's played, less than 17 minutes. When he's played 30 plus, he's gotten 44. So if he plays a full complement of minutes, which I don't think he will, we're looking about 27 to 30. But I'm probably fading Suggs because I just don't think he's going to get us what we need. And then if you come down here, some value that we can look at the shooting guard position for today. Max Strus against Atlanta, 25 to 28 fantasy points. Nickeil Alexander-Walker against Utah, 29 DVP, 18 to 22. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope has got the best DVP matchup for them all against Portland, 30th. We're about 20 to 24 fantasy point range is what I would look at in that position. We got small forward going on. So, looking at small forward, Eamon Thompson, about 42 to 45 fantasy points. Franz Wagner against Portland, 39 to 42. Denny Avija at 35 to 38 fantasy points. Move down the list. We've got Vit. I don't know if he's going to play the minutes. Let's see if Vit will play the minutes enough. He's 5,900. The minutes are 30 plus the past 3 games. So, as long as nothing happens, I fully expect that. So, Vit going there. I don't mind that price, 5,900 for a mid-tier pick at 28 to 32 fantasy point range. I'm okay with. We've got Jaden McDaniels right below him, 5,500, 17 DVP, about 27 to 32. Tumani Kamara, about 26 fantasy points. And then some value down here, not a ton that I like, but we can see. You got Max Christie, 28 DVP against Washington, 22-28. Keshawn George against the Lakers, 27 DVP, 20-24. If he plays, Cam Whitmore at 4K against Memphis, 24 DVP, 19-22 fantasy points. Now, we had Cam Whitmore 2 days ago. He did nothing in 20 minutes, 11.5 fantasy points. They've now bumped his price up to 4K. I don't know if I'll use Whitmore very much, but he is one of those value picks that it's there. But again, he's let us down more than he has not. And you never want to see that, especially with looking at the play there. Whitmore scared us a little bit and then just absolutely destroyed our hearts. So be careful there. We do have LeBron James here, power forward. 10,500. His price has gone up. That's with AD, I'm assuming, being out. If AD is out, LeBron James there against Washington, 13th DVP, I would like him. I've got him projected early about 50-54, but he's an easy candidate for 60+ in this game as long as he's healthy. But LeBron's going to have that questionable tag the rest of time, every single game. But we're okay with that. We got Paolo there, 22nd DVP against Portland, 44-50 fantasy point range. If you want to save almost two, you want to save 1,900. Paolo could be that dude. DVP-wise, got a better DVP matchup than LeBron at 22nd. And then Julius Randle against Utah, 5th DVP, about 39-42. Then we come down into the mid-tier range here. Not a ton. We got Kyle Kuzma, 30 fantasy points. We got DeAndre Hunter at 28-32. We got Dylan Brooks against Memphis, about 25-28 fantasy points. And then you come down here, some sort of value down here. Whether or not we're going to find that value, we will see. We got Santi Aldama against Houston, 9th DVP, 22-25 fantasy points. We got Vanderbilt, if he gets some run, it depends on the minutes. Against now, he did miss. I believe we had him, and he just completely missed the game. Yeah, he's played 2 games. Did not play the 28th. The minutes are what's going to be a little bit different, and that's kind of where we need to focus. Vanderbilt, if you're only playing tournaments and you're only playing, I mean, he hasn't done much. But if he does play and he could get 20 minutes, I think we could be okay there. Looking at about 17-20 out of him. If he could get that, I'd be okay. And then if you want to look further, G.G. Jackson, I don't know if he'll get any run here. Just because it depends if everyone's in. He probably doesn't. We're looking at, if he could get 20+ minutes, I'm okay with that, especially against Utah, 24 minutes, 30 fantasy points. I don't know if he gets that, but here against Houston, 16-20 fantasy points, but he does have the worst DVP matchup, first DVP, so overall, not the best matchup for him. Then we move to the center position. So AD is out for how long? Yeah, he's at least out a week, but, you know, we know that he sucks. We know he's on our list. So we do have Alperen here. We've got him against Memphis. Fantasy point-wise, I'm okay. Looking at his early projections through the simulations, about 45-50 fantasy point range. We have Evan Mobley against Atlanta, 23rd DVP. We've got about 38-42 range. Jaren Jackson Jr., Triple J, JJJ, against Houston, 9th DVP, about 37 to about 42. Then we come down the list. I wanted to use Walker Kessler, but why is he questionable? He has missed 2 games with a shoulder. When he's played, though, and the minutes are there, he's put up the fantasy points we need, especially his price. He has gone up to 7,100, but if Walker Kessler plays against Minnesota, 11th DVP, so not the best, but looking about 34-38 fantasy points. Jarrett Allen against Atlanta, about 34-38. Onyeka Okongwu against Cleveland, 5th DVP, 33-38. Now, Okongwu, I would love to get a boost up if Clint Capella is out again. With Clint Capella being out last game, he didn't do much. He's had 2 down games, especially at his price, but he's had good games. And if we look at him against Cleveland, splits-wise, as he faced them, he's faced them twice this year, only averaged 26.3, and at his price, of almost 7K. I don't know if I use a Kongwu. Rudy Gobert against Utah, 29 DVP, 32 to 35 fantasy points. So if we look at Gobert or go home is what they say, right? Yeah, guys. It'd be value-ish. DeAndre Ayton against Orlando, second DVP, 31 to 35. And then if we're looking at value at this position, I don't usually find a ton of value here. When value-wise, it's under 5K. There's really not. Brandon Clark, 33K or 3,300, 16 to 20 fantasy points. Larry Nance Jr., if he gets any run, Cleveland, he's going up against Cleveland, 5th DVP, 21 to 24 fantasy points. Minutes have been there the past two games, 20 plus. Well, 20 plus all these games. Really hasn't translated anything. If we look what he's done against Atlanta, he's not played them. There's not a ton of value that I like today at all. You could look at Drew Eubanks about 22 to 25. You could look at Zach Edey about 22 to 25 as well. But not a ton of great center value that I would be looking at. So there you have it. Those are just some of the simulation, some of the projections. If you want to see all of them, go check out the website. Usually about 2 hours before tip-off is what I'll tell everybody. So 6 Central, I would look about 4 p.m. We will have updated your projections. We will have updated your simulations. Our cheat sheet has plays at each position, both for cash and tournaments. We've got pace of play. We've got fantasy points allowed by position. We've got it all for you. So that being said, we are going to see who the two winners of yesterday's videos are. First off, even if the keyword is here, we're just going to roll it because we hit 50 likes. So even if the keyword is in this comment, we're still going to re-roll it for the keyword. So MTMIO, yes, as a Lakers fan, I have to agree AD sucks. He is tender as hell. Yes, AD sucks was the keyword. We put it and pinned it in the comment section. So anytime you have a video and maybe I forgot the keyword in the video, listen and go check out the pinned comment, because more likely than not, it will have already been there in that comment section. So, congratulations, MTMIO. Please email me, dfshelp1@gmail.com. Let me know your username on the website. I believe it's the same, but just double check that you saw this and you know you're the winner. So we are going to re-roll this. You do have a chance to be a winner here. If it picks it again, it is all randomized. And let's see who the winner is of the pack. There you go. Bruiser Raider 1. Love the content. 80 sucks. Let's bring home the bacon. Yes. So congratulations to both of you. Please email me. Let me know. Hit me up. dfshelp1@gmail.com is that website email. And we will get you guys your free weeks of FTA Plus. So good luck to everybody here. Any questions, you can get them down below. You can also put them in the Discord. And the keyword of the day right now, I don't have one. Let's go Keith for my Keith Morrison mug. We'll do Keith again. So keyword is Keith. Have a fantastic Thursday. Depending on who you watch this video, we have golf video out there. I will link the golf video here at the end. And then we have our golf content for the Pebble, the Pro-Am going on at Pebble Beach. So go check that stuff out. If you have never played golf, we've got it there. I've got core plays already for golf in the Discord. We'll have core plays here for NBA later on this afternoon. And that's what I've got. So good luck today. And as always, let's bring home some bacon. Peace.